Hello everyone, on the table today we have the Yun Arikawa by Nendoroid, or the Nendoroid Yun Arikawa, which previously I've looked at the Nendoroid Make Camino and the Nendoroid Pelo Tu. But the reason why I'm deciding to do this one separately is because last time that video was a bit wrong, so I'm hoping this one will be shorter since it's just one review instead of two. Okay, so let's get the figure. Well, before we get the figure out of the box, let's look at the box itself. So on the front of the box, it shows everything Yun Arikawa comes with, being the figure, suitcase, the oxygen destroyer, or as it's called in the anime, the orthogonal diagonalizer. It is very hard to say. Orthogonal diagonalizer. Orthogonal diagonalizer. Try saying that 5 times fast. Anyways, it shows him coming with a few other things. You can see a bit of the accessories down there. On one side, it shows Yun Arikawa with the suitcase on one photo, another with him yelling, and on the other side, it shows him looking at his phone, and then another one with him with the gas mask on. On the bottom, it says the number the figure is 1727, the name of the company, what series it's from, being Nendoroid series, or the franchise it's from, so that would be Godzilla singular point, name of the character, Yun Arikawa, then it in hiragana, right there, and then it also says it here, on the top of the box, it says the same thing as on the bottom, but with a different photo, and then on this side, we've already looked at that, so let's get into the figure. And if you're wondering if these little side panels say anything, they probably do, but I can't read it. This one's just blank, and every figure has their own custom background. For the Yun Arikawa figure, it's just a bunch of red dust. Kinda looks like blood, but it is not. So here he is, Yun Arikawa, in all of his glory. And if you're wondering how everything usually stays in place, it's by taping it in here. So let's get this accessory bag out, which holds all of the accessories for Yun Arikawa, being an extra ball joint, or actually not ratchet, but so that's one accessory you get. Let's open this. Okay. You also get an extra hand, or arm, whatever, and 2 other arms. See? You also get these other accessories. The gas mask hairpiece. Right there. You can see all the nicely painted and sculpted detail. The yelling face, or angry face, which is also nicely painted and sculpted. The suitcase, which, as you can tell, is broken, and the handle easily breaks. But you can also open it to store the orthogonal diagonalizer, or as it's also known as, the oxygen destroyer, which killed the original Godzilla in 1954 was also the creation for Destroyer. It's a little duffel bag, which I'm pretty sure is also used to carry the Oxygen Destroyer. Figure out. And we have these last two accessories, being the phone with Jet Jaguar on it. Right there. And this is the back of the phone. It is extremely tiny. And yes, it has actual sculpted in buttons and everything. It's very hard to see though. Anyways, you also get the computer or laptop, just like how you got a phone and laptop with Mei Kamino. When you open it, it is off. Okay, it would have been nice to see it actually on. And finally, we have the star of the show, Yun Arikawa. We will look at all of the accessories in a bit. So he looks incredibly show accurate in my opinion. You have the whole Otaki Factory jacket, the same shorts and flip-flops, sandals he wears, glasses, the silverish and blue hair, and all that. And because it's a Nendoroid figure made in the chibi style, big head, tiny body, he cannot stand. So you get this stand with 13 different holes. You grab the stand itself, open it to whatever angle you prefer, bend it, and there's a hole in the back jacket for you in Arikawa. Just shove it in. Like so. Something tells me I put it on backwards. Let's find out. And once you have Yun Arikawa into the stand, just do that. And if you're wondering, it has a swivel right there, a hinge here, a hinge joint here, hinge joint here, and a hinge joint at the base, which is also on a swivel. And that's the same for any Nendoroid base. So once you get them on the stand, you can then decide what accessories you want to have them with. So, cue the music. Come on. Cue the music. Okay? And that should be good. There we go. So, let's say you want to have him with... Okay, so let's look at the buttons. We have him default while holding the laptop and having the suitcase. Okay, so if you want that pose... Oops. So if you want that pose, okay, there we go. You can also choose if you want the orthogonal diagonalizer in it, which means, okay, let's do this. First you want to do is open up the suitcase. See this here? That little blocky area there? Look for a little square indent, which will be right there. Put the orthogonal diagonalizer, I'm just going to call it the Oxygen Destroyer, simpler. Put it in like so, close up the suitcase, and finally put the handle, if it falls off, onto the suitcase. Like so. Okay, you got the suitcase done. Now, take off one of Yun Arikawa's arms. Take off the hand, or arm, whatever you want to call it. Put in the other arm instead, okay? Put in the laptop, like so. Okay. So, then reattach the arm. And now you have him carrying his laptop. Oops. So, with the orthogonal diagonalizer right there next to him. Okay, so that's one option. Okay, let's go with option 2. Okay, we have 4 options. Let's go with option number 2, which will be the looking at phone. So what you want to do is take out the oxygen destroyer and get rid of the suitcase. Put it over there. What you want to do then, take out the laptop, take off both arms like so, put on the default hand, where we put it. In this case, would be under the base. Put the laptop over in the pile that you just used, or however you're going to do it. So attach the other arm on here, like so, and put the sleeve back on. Then for hand number 2, what you want to do is grab this alternative hand and straight. Turn the hand like so, or arm. I keep getting confused. I still getting over the whole make communal thing. Put the phone into his hand like so. Put the sleeve back in and have him looking down. Turn the stand a bit, and there you go. You have done the second pose. Okay, now how about the third pose? Okay, for that you will want to remove the hand, remove the phone out of the hand. Put it into the discard, the area where with all the accessories you're not using. Turn his head forward, and this is for the running or shock pose. Have one of the legs bent and another one not bent. Take off the hairpiece, and then take off the... Oh my great heavens! Still not gonna be used to that. Okay? Put this face over here. Now, grab the yelling face and put it like so. Put the hair back on, and boom, you have completed the running pose. Okay. Now for the last one, I would say this is to make it easier, being the, I call it the gas mask or red dust pose, whatever you want to call it. You can call it what you want, but I would say put the default face, hair, sleeve, and hand on to make it easier. Okay, first what I would recommend you to do, take off the sleeve and the hand. So, and put this arm, just like so, in, and then turn the hand to a 90-degree angle or a 70-degree angle. If my instructions aren't clear, I am deeply sorry. Okay, next you want to remove the hair again. But this time, take out the glasses and put this hair over with the other accessories you are not using. Okay? Come here and grab the gas mask hair accessory. You can see there will be 2 little holes in this hairpiece. Apply the glasses, little glasses pegs, if you can see them right there, into the holes. If you do it the wrong way, they will not fit correctly. So make sure you're doing it the correct way. Remove the face. I'm gonna need a night light tonight. Put on the yelling face. Okay? Now, put on the gas mask. Like so. Put on the gas mask like so. Then, either or, you can either put the arm first on and then put the bag in, but I prefer doing it the other way around. Put the bag into his hand. So, anyways, once you get to this arm, make sure the bag's strap is facing up. So you do that, put the arm, oops, put the feet how you want, position the hands, and if you want to, you can swap out this arm, which I would recommend, since he does usually have his phone on him. I would say swap this hand out for this one. Wait, wrong one. This one, actually no. Swap this arm and sleeve with this one. Okay, then I would say grab the phone with Jet Jaguar in it and put it right in between his hands. Then put the sleeve back onto the figure, just like so. And there you go. This is the final pose with the accessories. Well, the actual final pose is with the default arm. So, I just usually put it with the phone holding hand. But the actual pose is this. If I'm correct, this is from when Arikawa is on the back of Godzilla. Oh. Okay. So, let's do a few size comparisons and then wrap up the video. Here we have the Godzilla -1 black and white statue next to the Nendoroid Arikawa from Godzilla Singular Point. Next we have the SH Monsters Godzilla -1 next to the Nendoroid Arikawa from Godzilla Singular Point. Next we have the Super 7 Godzilla -1 charging figure from Godzilla -1, just like the other two, next to the Nendoroid Arikawa from Godzilla Singular Point. And if you're wondering, I do have 2 more Singular Point figures. Both of them will be coming real soon. I'll just say one thing. One is an SH Monsters version of a previous figure, and the other one is a final form of a certain figure. I've said his name already in this video, but you'll find out. Anyways, next size comparison. Here we have the Godzilla Singular Point Bandai Jet Jaguar prototype next to the Nendoroid Arikawa from Godzilla Singular Point. Next we have the Rodan First Form plushie from Godzilla Singular Point, of course. Next to the Nendoroid Yun Arikawa from... I'll give you 3 seconds to guess who he's from, or where he's from. Is it A, Godzilla Singular Point, B, Godzilla Singular Point, or C, Godzilla Singular Point? I'll give you 3 seconds. Can you guess it? If you guess Godzilla Singular Point, you're correct. Anyways, next one. Next, the Godzilla Singular Point Bandai Anguirus SP figure. Next to the Nendoroid. Why did I almost say make Kamino? Sorry. Next to the Nendoroid Yun Arikawa from Godzilla Singular Point. Next we have the Bandai Godzilla Singular Point Salangra next to the Nendoroid Yun Arikawa from Godzilla Singular Point. Here we have the Nendoroid Pelo2 from Godzilla Singular Point next to the Nendoroid Yun Arikawa from Godzilla Singular Point. Here we have the Nendoroid Mei Kamino next to the I'm gonna repeat myself. Here we are. Oh, you have to be fucking kidding me. I really hate Nendoroids. Here we have the Nendoroid Mei Kamino from Godzilla Singular Point next to the Nendoroid Yun Arikawa from Godzilla Singular Point. And some of you may be saying, Goji, you don't have anything else other than Godzilla. You don't know anything else but Godzilla, Goji. You don't know what a real anime is. Well, to that I said, you are wrong. See, I have other characters that isn't just Godzilla. Being Goku, Naruto, and Tenzin? I'm kidding, I know who these characters actually are. Midoriya, Izuku Midoriya, or Deku from My Hero Academia, who inherits One for All from All Might, or Toshinori, I think that's how you say it, Toshinori. Bakugo, his rival basically, Midoriya's rival. And he has an extremely long name I do not know how to pronounce, but they're both from My Hero Academia. And then we have Son Goku, or Kakarot, from Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Daima, Dragon Ball GT, and Dragon Ball. If there's any other Dragon Ball things I missed, let me know. But yeah. This one was a gift from my dad, a gift from my mother, and a gift from my dad. Anyways, back to the other size comparisons. And yes, if you're wondering what these are, a Bakugo statue, not Goku, this is Midoriya. Sorry if I'm not focusing too well, but Goku statue, Bakugo, and Midoriya statue. Anyways, let's get to the last few size comparisons. Here we have Godzilla Quadrilus with Tiamat Submarine. The Playmates Tiamat with Submarine. You know what I mean. That one review from a long time ago I made. And here they are next to... Hold on, let me restart. Here we have the Bandai Godzilla Quadrilus and Submarine from the Playmates Tiamat and Submarine figure. Next to the Nendoroid Yun Arikawa from Godzilla Singular Point. And if you're wondering, Is this actually from a Godzilla film? Yes. Godzilla X Kong New Empire, Godzilla Singular Point, Godzilla Singular Point. The Bandai Godzilla Singular Point manga, which may not be a tall boy, but is a long boy. And here he is next to the Nendoroid Yun Arikawa from Godzilla Singular Point. Here you have the bootleg Godzilla Amphibia next to the next to the Nendoroid Yun Arikawa from Godzilla Singular Point. Sorry, let me redo that. Here we have the bootleg Godzilla Amphibia next to the Nendoroid Yun Arikawa. Shit. Here we have the bootleg Bandai Godzilla Amphibia from Godzilla Singular Point next to the Nendoroid Yun Arikawa from Godzilla Singular Point. Here we have the bootleg Godzilla Terrestris. Oh shit. Here we have the bootleg Bandai Godzilla Terrestris next to the Nendoroid. Oh wait, I said Terrestris. Here we have the bootleg Bandai Godzilla Terrestris from Godzilla Singular Point next to the Nendoroid Yun Arikawa from Godzilla Singular Point. And finally, the SH Monster Arts second form Rodan from Godzilla Singular Point next to the Nendoroid Yun Arikawa from Godzilla Singular Point. So, would I recommend this? Thanks for ruining it. So, my opinions on the Nendoroid Yun Arikawa, if I'm saying that correctly. Hopefully I'm not butchering it. So, articulation. It's more stable than Megamino or Perotu. That's what I forgot to get into. Okay, so before we finish this off, let's get into articulation. All of the arms have swivels right there. All of them. No matter which one. No matter if it's a different one. The sleeves can do a full 360. Any of them. I've already shown the articulation for the stand. Swivel, a bend at all these parts, and a swivel at the base. Okay. That's good. The head is on a swivel. You can look up that far and down that far. His torso is on a tight swivel. His legs can spin a full 360. He can kick that far forward and kick that far back. His legs can move in and out, and his feet, or if you want to call it knees, have a swivel as well. Okay, so would I recommend the Nendoroid Yun Arikawa? Let's first go through everything. Screen accuracy. I'd give it a solid 10 out of 10 for chipifying it. Let's see. Accessories. Some of these things I don't see why they were needed. As I was saying, don't see why they were needed. For instance, the bag. I'm guessing that's what he used to carry the oxygen destroyer or orthogonal diagonalizer, however you say it. That I don't see why he would need that. I would rather preferred for the laptop to actually have some printing on the inside instead of a dead screen, like with the phone actually had a picture of the Jaguar. So, for accessories, I'll probably give it a 8.5 out of 10. Articulation. For a Nendoroid figure, 7 out of 10. I've only owned 3 of them, and so far this one's probably the most posable. Or they're all the same, and I just can't tell the difference. Okay, box designs for all of them are pretty much the same. Shows different poses they're in, the red dust, the number of the figure. It shows what the figure looks like on the inside. So yeah, I would say it's pretty good. I would say overall, a solid 7.5 out of 10. Only reason I'm giving it that is because these accessories keep falling out way too easily. And I would say this figure is definitely worth the money. I actually need to check how much it is. So looking back on it now, with Palo being 45, it's okay. Decent. Not bad, it's not the greatest. Maycom, you know. My only problem is stability, but that's because I'm not wanting to risk how she looks, so. And 75? Not worth it. Not worth it. Arikawa comes with maybe a bit like the same amount of accessories, I don't know. But Arikawa, $30. He's the least expensive. I would recommend the figure. I would recommend it. Anyways, next time we will be looking at a bit of a evolved version of the Jet Jaguar prototype. So I will see you in this review. But until then, have a great day or night wherever you live, and peace out. See you later, alligator. Bye-bye.